Peace, peace. Deprogramming the stage here. And real quick, I just wanted to get into and just explain a little bit about the Neuralink, because I speak about the Neuralink. Lately, I've been speaking about, I'm not a boxing expert. I'm definitely not an MK Ultra expert either. However, I've been studying MK Ultra for over 20 years. So I feel as though I'm qualified to speak on some things concerning MK Ultra. And so I've been, in one of the videos I've recently did, I was speaking about Shadacious Green fight with Lanny Daniels. And I was saying that, they used a neuroplasma, allegedly, let me just say that, on Lanny Daniels' glove, on her glove, you see what I'm saying, to disable Shadacia Green, okay, to cause her brain bleed, okay? So if you want to check out that video on the Deprogramming the Stage channel, you can check that video out, okay? So I wanted to just real quick explain a little bit how does Neuralink coincide with the MK Ultra, okay? So when we speak about, or when I speak about on this channel, the Neuralink, this is not a new terminology, it's not a new word, okay? I'm not talking about a consumer product that you buy at a store, or something that you go to your doctor's office and you ask them for it, or anything like that. That's not what this is. The Neuralink, in regards to MK Ultra programming, right? It's really a synthetic nervous system, if you want to say that. A synthetic nervous system. The Neuralink is a mesh network of microscopic nanosensors. Okay, I'll repeat that. The Neuralink, you guys, is a mesh network of microscopic nanosensors. Okay, now these are like trillions of nanowires, invisible to the average person, right? But they're introduced into the body through what a lot of occult groups, a lot of secret societies who do rituals, who do dark rituals, a lot of these celebrities who go to their Masonic orders and who go to their satanic temples and all of that shit like that. They know exactly what this is, okay? And in those circles, they call it serpent oil. And really what they're doing is they're trying to copy the original serpent. You see what I'm saying? That goes from the base of our spine and travels all the way up to the top of our crown. You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to copy the natural serpent energy that we have by creating this bootleg ass serpent oil. You see what I'm saying? And this is how they introduce it into the body. But they do it in a transdermal form. Okay. So, and they can also do it with specific medical injections. You see what I'm saying? And there's also a lower dose of it. You see what I'm saying? That Victor Conti, right, has introduced. He was able to, lessen, for lack of a better word, lessen the dosage. Or, he's a science person, or at least his lab people, if he wasn't the mastermind behind it, but he was able to I guess, dissect this or whatever you want to call it and add it into his snack maintenance system, SNAC. This is the same snack system that a bunch of these boxers, okay, not just boxers, you see what I'm saying, but some of these boxers allegedly, okay, are on that snack shit right now, okay? Allegedly Devin Haney, allegedly Terrence Crawford won his fight with Errol Spence, okay? The last fight with Errol Spence, allegedly, there's so much evidence out there that he was on that snack, okay? Terrence, you was on that snack, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Allegedly, and you already know who else, Claressa Shields, okay? Because she actually advertised snack like nobody's business. You see what I'm saying? I have a little video up of her too. She got the snack merch on and all this and that, okay? Now, moving on. So now when you deal with the installation of this Neuralink, right? Once it's inside of the bloodstream, you guys, right? They use the body's own electricity to self-assemble. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I say they, I mean the nanosensors in your body. The same nanosensors that they put into your body, you see what I'm saying? To make sure that those of us who did not get the COVID injection, you see what I'm saying? Those of us who didn't get the injection, you see what I'm saying? The jab. Well, guess what? There was a way for them to get us through the water supply and through the air. Okay, let's be clear about that. These motherfucking tricksters, they got all types of fucking, you know what I'm saying, devilishment and backdoors that they try to come for us, you guys. You see what I'm saying? So once inside the blood, these nanosensors, they use the body's own electricity, the body's natural electricity to self-assemble. Do you understand what I'm saying? To self-assemble. Okay? They wrap around your natural nerves like ivy on a fence. If you can imagine that, like ivy on a fence. And when this happens, it creates a bypass. It's a second set of wiring that sits right on top of your natural wiring, you guys. Okay? We need to understand this here. You see what I'm saying? Now, in sovereign human beings, right? Sovereign human beings like you and I, right? The signal goes from the brain. Our natural signal is from the brain to the nerve to the muscle, right? But in an MK Ultra asset, right? In a mind-controlled asset, someone who's under the MK Ultra mind control programming, right? Their handler uses the acoustic code to log in to the Neuralink mesh. Okay? What is the acoustic code? The acoustic code is the sound, is the code word. You see what I'm saying? Is the code word. For all of you who have watched MK Ultra videos, you'll see that these handlers and these programmers, they'll whisper a word into the MK Ultra person's ear, or it can be a word, it can be a sound. It could be a sound like a boxing bell. You see what I'm saying? The boxing ring has the, when they ring that bell for boxing, you see what I'm saying? It could be that. It could be words. It could be symbols. It could be a song. It could be anything that is linguistic. Okay, you guys? This is very key. Okay? Very key. So, and this is how they log in the handler uses the acoustic code to log into the Neuralink mesh. Okay? Now, once that takes place,